Yes, welcome Moobs fans to another episode of What Remains of Edith Finch. Now, for those of you that are joining us for the first time, welcome to our channel, and I would recommend that you go and watch the first episode of this game, as it is very strange story, very strange indeed, and you might not understand what is happening if you join us for this second episode. Then again, I didn't understand what was happening in the first episode, so you might be fine just jumping in now. However, those that have been following us on the channel, thank you very much. All your subscriptions are fantastic, all your messages are fantastic. Thank you so much for following us, and we hope you like this episode as well. So sit back, relax, and enjoy our second episode of What Remains of Edith Finch. Okay, Moobs fans, so here we are with episode 2 of What Remains of Edith Finch, and for those of you that have been following, in our last episode we followed Molly, which is part of the Finch family, which is one of the most messed up families since the Mansons. So we are going to jump straight back in and see where else this story takes us today. So let's jump out of here. And let's see where we go. Okay, so again, very dangerous for children walking on roofs.
My mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Who? Oh, the mother. Okay. Okay, so that must have been a while ago. Yeah, that is all built. Okay, so let's see what's in Edie's room, it looks like.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Jesus. She loved birds. Just pictures of them, though. Jeez. This is a lovely room of death. And Snake, Bob the Snake there. Why not? Okay, what's Edie been reading? Okay. Finch. Okay.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Too weak. Not eating proper food, probably. Oh.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long time.
Conspiracy now. Home movies. My friend Bigfoot. Yeah, told you.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Okay.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Pissed? Have you seen all the alcohol downstairs? Look at his happy face. Okay, so...
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Well, your mother's been drinking for 30 years. She's gonna look rough.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
That's why we're wearing the gloves then.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
That's the dead child we saw in the first episode. Okay, more family members now. Okay.
Her room was like a museum.
Odin.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. And misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse. His wife Ingeborg and their newborn son.
Look at them mutton chops. Beautiful.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
As you do.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
This was a bad idea.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Took his family on there. This family is mental.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Okay. So there's Odin.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Ah. So are they cursed? Is that what they're saying? Yeah, cursed, alcoholism, bad parenting, same thing. Thought oxygen had a red cap. Never mind. Let's see what's through here.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Good mirror, that.
It was a pretty big trace.
It was a pretty big trace. Oh no. Oh. Apparently this key opens everything. Fabulous!
There's a secret in this bathroom.
Okay.
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Boop. Hello! Is this one of Uncle's hiding rooms? He's got loads of them
Sven
in
gave
here.
Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Strong scoped. Oh, but these are what's going on.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
And Milton's the one that's missing, if I remember right. This is his room then. Oh, Calvin. Okay. Ooh, what's up? So now we're in Calvin's room. I haven't heard about Calvin dying, let's see. Yep, Calvin's dead. My God, do they not give the rooms to other people? Like a normal family? No, we must preserve it for life. Other children can't go in here. I want to get up there.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
Did you?
And that he never talked about him.
Oh, what a shame. What's in here then? Oh. Boop. Boop. Bink. No, not yet, not yet. We haven't looked upstairs yet. We need to find out who Milton is. Calvin, whoever is in here. So this is Grandpa Sam's old room.
I guess
then.
my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Oh. Oh, these weird shrines, the freaks.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Oh, broken. Look, broken. Look, broken. Strange, strange, strange children.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom.
He probably is.
And he did.
Yep. And he did. Of course he did. What am I trying to do here? Am I trying to go over the top? What's happening? Oh, there we go. Hey! 2 feet till do it,
At Barbara's
won't
funeral,
it?
he swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't.
1 foot, 2 foot, 1
I think
foot,
Calvin
2 foot,
always
1 foot.
wanted to fly.
Calvin always wanted to fly over the fence and down the cliff.
Calvin, dinner's ready.
Shut up, Mum.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
No. No, he's not gonna,
I told
surely.
him going around was impossible.
This is
Maybe if I
insane.
had
He's gonna
said
jump
that.
in it. Goodbye, my friend.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the
Woo!
wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Hi-oh!
I think he'd already made up his mind.
He's already made up his mind. He's a
That's
child.
what I want to remember about my brother.
Who done? Oh!
The day he
Yeah.
made
Oh!
his mind
Oh my
He did.
God! This is just messed up. I don't even know what to say.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Oh my God. Well, I don't even know what to say, gang. This is the most messed up game I have ever played in my life. It's so bizarre.
After the funeral,
Now we've just witnessed a
Edie
child
ripped off
kill
Calvin's
itself.
mouth with a
Why
rag.
not? What's next? Let's try this side. So watch Edie killing herself or something.
Mom said
No,
Grandpa
no,
Sam
that's
enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Alright, so let's open that. Oh, no, it's gone. Okay, let's go this way. Chase the right. Oh. Oh.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Yep, smaller hands and bellies. Smaller hands and bellies. Children and bellies. Alkies. Jesus. Terrible. Oh. Milton across dress. What's that? Barbara.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a
Ah!
child star.
It's the Bigfoot child. Okay, what we get? Oh. Her name was Barbara, and she was a showgirl with Bigfoot in her hair. Oh. Okay. Say what? Starlets. Oh, okay. How many copies of the same
I
book do
never
they
thought
need?
about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Oh, dreadful stories. Yes, they are.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Okay.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Ooh.
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster
I'd
movie
go.
fans.
Beasticon.
It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Oh no.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
She got him
Now
out.
that was a great scream.
Oh, yeah.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter.
Uh-oh.
Her convention comeback
That's not gonna
was
end well.
cancelled.
Okay,
Because
I'm
of that,
hearing
she's miserable
frustration,
and killed
but
herself.
I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because
No,
my
I
dad
don't know.
likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box.
Don't
The
open that
secret
door.
is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Ah.
20
Sneaky.
minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
Don't do it.
She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Oh, wicked there. Graphic change there. Oh, I'm controlling this now. Fantastic. Oh, that's wicked. Nice job.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Barbara. You can't use that music. Wicked. Hit that. Whee! Barbara's gone sick. Oh. Ooh. Happy clean clean. Happy clean clean. Get out of here. This is the first time I've got to use anything in the game. This is great. Oh, what's that one? Polar white bleach. Not as good as Happy Clean Clean. Oh. Okay.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman Killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
I'm scared. Well, that's obviously me as some weird totem. I don't know who that is. I don't like it. This is the freakiest game. Oh. Okay. Oh.
Fridge rattled and grew still.
I don't like it. Make it stop. Oh.
Rick?
I shouldn't jump out,
Barb,
should you?
relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
You
Well,
just happen
I'm
to have
not
blood
scared,
everywhere.
Rick. I'm
Freaks.
furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out. But
Good,
she
'cause I
kept
felt
a
your
little
anger.
something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
No.
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there?
Yeah, I forgot kids there.
Okay, I'm coming up.
Rick's back.
This is a trick for dead Walter.
Touching kids. Oh, is it me again? Yep, okay. I'm coming, little boy! Help is on the way, dude! No, not up there. Upstairs, right, okay. It's Halloween! Not anymore! Aww. Nothing in them. Why would you put the frames up? How she walks upstairs? I'll say that. Freaky. Okay. Barbara. This one, Walter. Just step out. I'm not coming over, I refuse to.
Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
It's Abu Hamza.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless.
She didn't do a
He was
scream.
quite smashing.
One time it would have been perfect. Dixon.
And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Come on, come through.
Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
The book thing.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
She is, isn't she? You got the job, Barbara. You got the job.
Molly's door hadn't been opened for years.
Do the old reach around. Yes! See ya!
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Another whack. Come on, move your feet. He's gonna get up in this side. That's it. I told you this was gonna happen, Barbara.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Who could that be at this time? Who could that be?
Someone at the door
Alright.
was dying to speak
that's it now.
to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was
Pissed.
coming
Yeah, they are most
from
of the time.
inside the house.
Oh. Oh.
Oh dear.
Don't like where this is going. Oh! How are all them hiding there?
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath,
no.
Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
I bet she did.
I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste
She
for
got a pretty
stardom.
mouth.
But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick. who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her.
Oof.
Her ear.
Jesus
Now
Christ.
that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Very good. Very, very good.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
So there we have it, folks and Moobs fans, our second episode of What Remains of Edith Finch. I hope you are enjoying this as much as I am. This is the most craziest thing I have ever played in my entire life. But I am enjoying it because you just have no idea where it's going to go, and I find that fascinating. So please do subscribe if you haven't already. Like, share, do whatever you can. All we need right now is 40 subscriptions to get to the top of the page. That is all we are after right now, is 40 subscriptions. We'll be very, very happy if we can get there. We also have the Facebook out now. Go and join us there under the Moobs. You can find us there and follow us, like, subscribe, share, all there. Anything you can do to help, we really, really do appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you again for another episode of What Remains of Edith Finch.